محمد عليه أفضل الصلاة وأتم السلام صلاة وسلاما دائمين متلازمين قائمين إلى يوم الدين. أما بعد، أحبتي في الله، إخوانا وأخواتا جعلنا الله وإياكم على سرر متقابلين في جنات النعيم. The test of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the trial of our iman and trust of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala happening every day. I would say every movement of our life. Just before I come, a brother, beautiful brother sitting on my right hand side, sent me a message, please, Sheikh, lead the salah and make dua for the little kid was burnt by the Zionists in the Holy Land. Other brother, and the same, this is all in about 10 minutes, asked me to pray Salat al-Ghaib on one of our dear brother or Sheikh or Mullah or leader of our people, because it was a big loss for us. But I would say to you what just we have heard from the Holy Quran to remind us and keep our thoughts in so much positive. The problem we have today, either our body become so numb because of the hit we had one after the other. So after a while you become so numb, you don't feel the hit anymore. And I would say majority of the Muslims today like that. They become like part of the past, not anymore living the present. They are in their world, even they don't want to sit and hear an advice or discuss a matter with the Ummah. They see it as it is beyond them and they have nothing to do with it. Let's forget it. Live your life, and sorry to say to them and to everyone and to us first, يتمتعون ويأكلون كما تأكل الأنعام. We are become like al-an'am. You know what al-an'am? Who doesn't know? You don't know what al-an'am? Al-an'am is the cattle, the goats, the sheep, the cow, and the camel. This is, we call them al-an'am. Al-an'am, we breed them for what? For what? For slaughtering them. For what? When they get better and they get very fat, this is the first one to go to the slaughter-yard. So we eat its flesh fresh. They become like that. They don't care when they be slaughtered or how they slaughtered. Thus they go in the chain of this life. The other people, worse than them, they become so much seeing everything in a negative way. Even when you talk about the victory or the help of Allah coming soon, they laugh at you. They say, come on, Sheikh, what are you talking about? What victory? What ummah are you talking about? You can see where we are and how much advanced our enemy are. And the ayat Abdul Rahman Jazallah Khair read for us tonight answers all of that. ولا تحسبن الله غافلا عما يعمل الظالمون إنما يؤخرهم ليوم تشخص فيه الأبصار مهطعين مقنعي رؤوسهم لا يرتد إليهم طرفهم وأفئدتهم هواء. لا تحسبن الله غافلا عما يعمل هؤلاء. Do not in any way think, if you are a true believers, that Allah is not aware of what the enemy is plotting against you or doing, slaughtering, hitting, killing, destroying. Allah the opposite is saying to you, we know. We know it even before they do it. We know what happened in the past as well as what's happening now, as well as what's going to happen in the future. We know it in a fine details. So when Allah is saying that to you, what you should feel? You should feel it is like, as we call it in Arabic, a summer cloud. They come in quickly and they go quickly. They don't have much problem to us. They are nothing but a moment of our life. Don't look at your life and my life. My life and your life and hundreds of us lives is a dot in the ocean of the Ummah's life. We are talking about the Ummah, we are not talking about me and you. In the end, we are always winners. Yani we cry for that child who gets burnt or killed or whatever happened to him by these bastards, by these Zionists. But in reality, he's the winner or they are the winner. Who won in the end? He won. He won in so many different ways. And the most important way is al-akhirah. وَلَلْآخِرَةُ خَيْرٌ لَكَ مِنَ الْأُولَى. We've always forgot that. We think when they hurt us, or they kill us, or they take a scab of one of our sisters of her head, that's the problem. We don't think where are from al-akhirah. Who's winning al-akhirah? Who's getting by that more closer to the Almighty? That's the most important thing. That's the most beautiful end. Where you end up and where they end up. They might win a battle or two. They might kill 100 or 1,000 or 100,000 or 1,000,000 or 2. But who's not killed by the sword, he will be died in normal death. In any way, you're going to die. There's no one staying here forever. But how to die is the most important thing for you. The most elements of all your life. How your life will stop. As a true believer or as a shaky believer, asking, what's the wisdom of Allah to do that to us? Or questioning the creed of Allah on you and me? Or as a denier of Allah altogether? This is where the issue is. But they burn that child, or they killed that brother, or they crucified the other, or they slaughtered the fourth, or they buried them alive, or they tortured them to death. All of that is happening now. It's not part of the past. The past told us about Hulaku when he entered Baghdad and killed hundreds of thousands of Muslims. Until Ibn al-Athir says, and he was seeing the scenarios alive. Ibn al-Athir, one of the top historians, he wrote that in detail because he lived that moment. And he said, I think no human ever saw disasters like this on the children of Adam like what we see today. And we say to him, oh, Ibn Kathir, oh my dear brother, come and see now. Come and see now. Then you change your mind about Hulaku. But in the same time, we ask ourselves, where is Hulaku and where is our Ummah? Ibn Kathir writing in a shaky hand of what he saw from Hulaku. How many he killed. How much of our history he destroyed. Even he wrote that Dijla and Al-Furat, they become blue and black from the ink of the books being thrown to them. Baghdad become rats and dogs garden from the bodies around everywhere. Wherever you go, you find a mass of killed people. But if we look now, not now, if we look, for example, 10, 15, 20 years ago, we ask, where is Hulaku? Hulaku is finished. And the history from that day until today, they curse Hulaku and his people. But on the other hand, where is the Ummah? The Ummah, alhamdulillah, survived and become much stronger. And they built the civilization again. And Baghdad returned as one of the minaret of the Ummah. Now, the same turn, another Hulaku come to do the same thing for the Ummah. In Baghdad, in Iraq, in Bilad al-Sham, different colors, different names, but one reality. They are full of hatred towards Islam and the people of Islam. The people of Islam are you. If you call them Zionist, or you call them Shia Rafida, or you call them Pharisee Iranians, doesn't matter what these names means. But the issue is one. They don't want you anymore on the surface of this life. They will not feel happy until they finish you all if they can. But that going to happen? The answer is no. Yes, America behind them, Russian behind them, European Union behind them. Even they condemn them, even this killing this baby and burn it. Israel itself as a state condemned that. Imagine that. They kill it and they condemn it. It is a joke, isn't it? No, we didn't do that. These are terrorists, the Israeli terrorists this time. Alhamdulillah, it wasn't a Dawla or ISIS or whatever you call it. You see? But in the end, if Allah is there for you, nothing can stop this great ummah of flushing and going up, not down. And seriously, enough power that we're still talking about it, even we are the most far point of that disaster. We still feel for it. And that is a sign of the life of this ummah. This ummah will never die until the day of judgment. No matter who come against it, and no matter how many try, as Allah said, to distinguish His light, but His light will never be distinguished. Isn't it time, not for us only, but for us and them, to wake up for this reality? They've been doing that for the last 15 centuries, and they never succeed. They did it when Muhammad ﷺ was only with a few people. They couldn't do it. They tried to go and kill him in his house. They couldn't do it. Even the most knight of them went to his house, and Allah said to them, sleep, and said to him, go free, no one can touch you. And he went out free. Not from his house, from all Mecca, no one could even harm him in anything. They couldn't realize that. It's not time now to really realize that this is the deen of Allah and this is the ummah of Allah. And Allah will not let them distinguish us, no matter what they do, what they use, what they plot. Subhanallah. Wallahi, if these people have a little of brain in their hearts, a little bit of understanding, they should come straight away and reconcile with us. And when they reconcile with us, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will release some of His anger of them, some of His punishment. Because the reconcile with us is reconciling with Allah the Almighty Himself. When span their hands on us with peace, Allah will put His hand in the top of our hands and say, peace upon everyone. ولا تحسبن الله غافلا عما يعمل الظالمون إنما يؤخرهم ليوم تشخص فيه الأبصار مهطعين مقنعي رؤوسهم لا يرتد إليهم طرفهم وأفئدتهم هواء. أقول ما تسمعون وأصلي وأسلم وأبارك على سيدي وحبيبي محمد وآله وصحبه ومن سار على نهجه واقتفى أثره إلى يوم الدين، وأدعو بالرحمة والرضوان لشهداء هذه الأمة، وأدعو بالثبات لنا ولكل شباب هذه الأمة، وأدعو الله سبحانه وتعالى أن يسلط على أعدائنا جنودا من عنده فيهلكون بأيدي لا يرونها أصلا ويحسبون أنهم يمكرون وإنما مكرهم على أنفسهم. يا أيها الناس إنما بغيكم على أنفسكم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.